Let's talk psychosis. No, not the horror movie version. The real thing. There's a massive gap between what people think psychosis is and what it actually is. And an even bigger confusion between a psychotic episode and a chronic psychotic disorder. They may look similar on the surface, but they play by completely different rules. So today, we're cutting straight to the core. What's the difference? Why does it matter? And how can we recognize the signs without falling into stereotypes? Let's get started. First off, psychosis is not a diagnosis. It's a symptom. Just like a fever tells you something's off in your body, psychosis tells you something's off in the way your brain is processing reality. Common features: hallucinations, perceiving things that aren't there; delusions, holding firm beliefs that aren't based in reality; disorganized thinking, behavior, or speech. And here's the twist: psychosis can appear in dozens of conditions. It's not exclusive to schizophrenia. In fact, it doesn't always mean a person has a mental illness at all. Psychotic episode equals short-term break from reality. Let's say someone under massive stress starts hearing voices for a few days. Or a person recovering from surgery begins having paranoid thoughts. These are examples of psychotic episodes, short, acute, and often connected to something external or temporary. Causes include high levels of stress or trauma, substance use, especially stimulants or hallucinogens, postpartum changes, sleep deprivation, certain medical conditions, e.g. infections, seizures, thyroid issues. What's key here? The psychosis is reactive, not part of a chronic illness. With treatment and removal of the cause, recovery is often complete. It may never happen again. So, psychotic episodes are situational and often resolvable. Now shift gears. Chronic psychotic disorders equals long-term conditions where psychosis is a core feature. We're talking about schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, delusional disorder, bipolar disorder with psychotic features when recurring. In these conditions, psychosis isn't just a one-time thing. It may come and go in episodes, but the underlying condition stays. These disorders typically begin earlier in life, late teens to early adulthood, involve changes in brain chemistry and structure, require ongoing management, medication, therapy, and support systems. In simple terms, a psychotic episode is like a power outage. A chronic disorder is like a faulty electrical system that needs constant care. Here's the mind bender. Someone having a one-time psychotic episode and someone with schizophrenia can look exactly the same in that moment. Same hallucinations, same delusions, same confusion. What's different? Context, duration, frequency, recovery pattern. Think of it like this. A cough can mean you've got a cold, or it can be a sign of a chronic illness like COPD. Looks the same, totally different implications. That's why diagnosis takes time. Doctors look at patterns, timelines, triggers, and recurrence. Let's talk duration. Psychotic episode. Lasts a few days to weeks. May need temporary hospitalization or meds. Often resolves with trigger removal plus brief support. Risk of recurrence is low, but not zero. Chronic psychotic disorder. Can persist for years, even life. Needs long-term treatment. Often involves relapse prevention, therapy, lifestyle restructuring. Can be managed, but not cured. Treatment approaches differ. A single episode may only need short-term antipsychotics plus stress reduction. A chronic condition may need daily medication, therapy, community support, and relapse prevention planning. So the approach shifts from get through the crisis to build a sustainable system. Psychotic episodes often hit someone who was previously functioning well, a student, a parent, a professional, and then they return to baseline. In chronic disorders, functioning is often impacted long-term, socially, academically, emotionally, or occupationally. Also, People recovering from a single episode usually regain insight. They recognize the episode was abnormal. In chronic disorders, insight may be limited. Some may not believe they're unwell at all. This affects everything, from treatment willingness to support systems. Here's the danger. A person has one psychotic episode, and suddenly people assume they have schizophrenia for life. That's inaccurate, harmful, and stigmatizing. On the flip side, someone struggling with a chronic psychotic disorder might get dismissed as just stressed and not get the help they need. That's why accuracy in diagnosis matters. Not just for labels, but for treatment, support, and dignity. We can't treat both the same, and we shouldn't fear either. Let's wrap this up with the core takeaway. Psychosis is a shared symptom, but a single episode and a chronic disorder live in different worlds. Psychotic episodes are temporary, often triggered and treatable. Chronic psychotic disorders are long-term, often complex, and manageable with support. One needs crisis care. The other needs lifelong structure and stability. Different paths, different needs, both deserving of understanding. When we separate symptom from condition, we bring clarity. And when we replace fear with knowledge, we open doors to real help.
If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Mind Detox, an initiative by UDRC. Let's talk about mental health, because mental health matters. By sharing our channel with others, you'll be helping to create a community that supports and uplifts each other. Together, let's break the stigma and promote mental wellness. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.